Hello guys, Mata here. Today we are doing the Saviors of Uldum. It's not Saviors of Uldum, it's Descent of Dragons card review. And today we are starting with the reviews of the all 130 something new cards from the newest expansion.
For the wilds.
We're starting off with Druid. We have the 2 mana 1/1 Shrubadier or Shrubadier, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's a 2 mana 1/1 that has a battle cry, summon a 2/2 treant. From the looks of it, Druid seems like it's getting a lot of the treant synergy cards, starting with this one. At first glance, this card looks pretty good. It is a 2 mana 3/3 that is divided into 2 bodies, and it is also a treant synergy card. I mean, I think this card will see a bit of play in the aggro druids, or rather token druids. It's a nice little token card that also has the treant synergy. I mean, it will definitely see some play if the aggro token druid will be in the meta, which I'm pretty sure it will. Nice little card. Next up we have Aeroponics, 5 mana druid rare spell. It draws 2 cards and costs 2 less for each treant you control. I mean, this card is really good. It enables the treant, or rather token treant druid archetype. Even if you control the 1 treant on the board, it's still a 3 mana 2/2, and that's basically Arcane Intellect, which is played in almost every mage deck right now and in the past. Furthermore, if you discount this to potentially like 1 mana or even 0, this card is insane. Yeah, I think this card enables the token treant druid. Nice little card. This expansion features side quests. Now, what is a side quest, you may ask? Well, side quest is a mini quest that you can play with a regular quest, but you cannot play 2 side quests at the same time. We have the Druid side quest. You need to spend 10 mana on minions, and the reward is that you summon a minion from your deck. I mean, this quest is not too hard to finish. To win Hearthstone games, you need to play minions, that's basic knowledge. But I don't think this card has a place in a current deck right now. I mean, a lot of good minions have really good battle cries, and summon will not trigger a battle cry, it will just pull the minion out of the deck. I can see this card in kinda like big style druid, big dragon druid maybe, but I don't think this card will be played, at least not right now. Next up we have Tree Enforcements. It's a 1 mana druid spell, which has a choose one. Give a minion +2 health and taunt, or you summon a 2/2 treant. This is also a pretty nice token druid card. In most cases you will play this as a 1 mana 2/2, which is basically like a enchanted raven from the previous metas, or previous expansions rather. Really good card for the token or aggro style druid decks. I really like it. It will definitely see play. Next up we have Druid legendary card. It is Goru the Might Tree. It is a 7 mana 5/10 taunt, so a pretty good Ancient of War stats we have here. And it has a battle cry for the rest of the game. Your treants have +1/+1. Now, I am a little skeptic about this card because I don't think this card will see play. It is too expensive for the treant druid, which I think it will be an aggro druid, and it is too expensive. I mean, it gives all of your treants +1/+1 for the rest of the game, but it could be good with the Forest's Aid, the 8 mana spell that summons treants, or even with the Force of Nature, but you also have to draw it, of course. Yeah, I just don't think that this card will be played. I'm sorry, Goru, but I don't think you will be that good. Next up, we have a juicy card, I think. It is 0 mana epic druid spell called Embiggen. Give all minions in your deck +2/+2, and they cost 1 more, up to 10. So if you buff, for example, I don't know, Deathwing, it will not be 11 mana, it will still be 10. Is Prince Calicet back? Question mark? I actually think this card will be either a really good card or a terrible card. It is one of those go big or go home cards. I see this card in an aggro token druid. If you draw this on turn 1 or turn 2, you give all of your small token minions in your deck +2/+2, and you basically have a lot of overstated small minions which can overrun your opponent I mean, you have to be lucky to draw this in time. And it also takes one of your card slots. Like, in the early game, you don't want to play a 0 mana card that does nothing, basically, with an aggro deck. So, it has some downsides, but I'm optimistic about this card. I think it will see play, at least some experiment in the early weeks of the new expansion. Another Druid side quest. So each class is getting 2 side quests. This one is Secure the Deck. You need to attack twice with your hero, and the reward is that you get 3 claw spells to your hand. So basically claw is a 1 mana, deal 2 damage and gain 2 armor. As a druid, I think you don't want to attack with your hero power. You want to play something proactive on the board, and I don't think that the 3 claw spells is a good enough reward to actually play this card. I mean, why would you want to have claws in your hand? Maybe in some kind of cycle deck, like for example what Mechathon Druid was in the past. But I don't think that deck exists right now in the current meta. Yeah, I don't think this card will be played. It seems kinda bad. In my opinion, one of the stronger cards of the set, it is Breath of Dreams. So also, each class gets a random breath, which are very strong cards if you have a dragon in your hand. This card draws a card, and if you are holding a dragon, you are also gaining an empty mana crystal. So basically, it's an upgraded Wild Growth, which had to be nerfed because it was too oppressive. So it's a Wild Growth with an upside. It draws a card. One word for it. Insane. Next up we have Emerald Explorer, a 6 mana 4/8 dragon that has a taunt and a battle cry that discovers a dragon. Each class that is a good guy, so that means Druid, Hunter, Paladin, and Mage, also gets an Explorer card, which discovers a dragon. In particular, this dragon is really good. It will definitely see play in the Dragon Druid deck. I mean, the Netherspite Historian Battlecry was always really good, and I'm pretty sure that it will stay this way, especially with the newest dragons that are being added with this new set. So yeah, this card will definitely see play. And the final druid card is the second legendary druid card, Ysera the Unleashed. It is a 9 mana 4/12, so a classic Ysera stats. And it has a battle cry that shuffles 7 dream portals in your deck, and when you draw them, you summon a random dragon. Really nice card, it will definitely see play in the Dragon Druid. The battle cry can high roll big time, like you can get, for example, a Deathwing or another Ysera, normal Ysera, you can get Malygos, I don't know, you can get Alexstrasza, a lot of high rolls. In average you will get more high rolls than low rolls. Really nice card and really strong.
I hunt alone.
Next up on the list is Hunter, and we have a juicy new Hunter weapon called Stormhammer. It is a 3 mana 3/2, so really nice Eagle Horn Bow stats we have here, but the effect is more juicier. It doesn't lose durability if you control a dragon. Now in the past, Eagle Horn Bow was played in the decks where you didn't run secrets because a 3 mana 3/2 weapon was just good enough. It was 6 damage for 3 mana, and this weapon can go potentially even higher. It can deal like 12 damage or 9 damage or even more damage if you control a dragon, so it's really strong. It will definitely see play in some kind of Dragon Hunter, which will be built in an aggro fashion, it seems. Hunter is getting a lot of aggressive Dragon synergy cards this expansion, and this is certainly one of the stronger ones. Next up on the list we have Diving Griffin. It is a 3 mana 4/1 beast with rush, and also has a battle cry that draws a rush minion from your deck. A good card. I can see this card in the current Highlander Hunter with the potential of drawing you, I don't know, Springpaw or Ziliax. Not that exciting, but it's an okay card. It's a fair card. Next up we have Legendary Hunter Dragon Varanus. It has a battle cry that changes the health of all enemy minions to 1. Now this battle cry is really strong, but I don't think this card has a place in any Hunter deck right now. I mean, it could be played in Highlander Hunter, it's a good battle cry, and it could be, I guess, played in the Dragon Hunter, but I think that Dragon Hunter will be played in an aggressive style, and this card doesn't fit in that deck. Yeah, the only deck I can think of that fits this card is the current Bran Hunter. Other than that, I don't think it has its place in the meta right now. Really strong card, but I am a bit skeptical. We have the Hunter side quest, Clear the Way. It requires you to summon 3 rush minions, and the reward is a nice 4/4 Griffin with rush. I actually think this quest could be played. Summoning 3 rush minions isn't that hard to do. You can just play like a Spring Paw, and the Spring Paw gives you the links, and you can also play, I don't know, Unleash the Beast or the Ziliax, and you get a free 4/4 with rush. Pretty good side quest in my opinion. Next up we have Corrosive Breath. It deals 3 damage to a minion, and if you are holding a dragon, it also hits the enemy hero. Poor Cobra Shot, getting power creeped. As I was talking earlier, this card is also an aggressive styled card for the Dragon Hunter. For 2 mana you kill a 2 mana minion or a 3 mana minion, and you also deal 3 damage to the face. Really good card. We'll definitely see play in the Dragon Hunter deck. Next up we have another Explorer. It's the Primordial Explorer. It is poisonous and also discovers you a dragon. So a nice 3 mana dragon that discovers you a dragon. We'll definitely see play just because it discovers you a dragon, and the poison is just another benefit. Will definitely be included in the Dragon Hunter deck. The second Hunter side quest is Toxic Reinforcements. You need to use your hero power 3 times, and the reward is that you get 3 leper gnomes. I really don't know what to think about this card. It definitely sounds like it could be put in some of the aggressive styled Hunter deck, but I don't think that the reward is that good. I mean, 3 leper gnomes, sure, you deal 6 damage. I mean, Hunter does hero power a lot of times. I'm really not sure about this card. It doesn't fit in the Highlander Hunter, it doesn't fit in the Dragon Hunter, maybe some third aggressive, hyper aggressive Hunter with the lot of go face cards. I'm really not sure. So Hunter is obviously getting some kind of hero power synergy cards in this set. We have Dragonbane, a 4 mana 3/5 legendary Hunter card. After you use your hero power, you deal 5 damage to a random enemy. So it can also hit the enemy in the face. I mean, it's a well-studied minion for 4 mana. I just don't think that I really don't see a hero power aggressive Hunter to be a thing in this expansion. I think that a lot of more viable Hunter decks will be out there, and that this hero power Hunter will fall behind. And with it, this card will also be kind of a meme. Next up on the list is Dwarven Sharpshooter. It is a 1 mana 1/3, and your hero power can also target minions. So if you can remember I think it was Goblins vs Gnomes card, the 2 mana 2/3 Steam Whittle Sniper, which also had this effect. Yeah, it just got power creeped. This card is really good. I really like it. It can fit in Highlander Hunter as a premium 1-drop with a benefit. It can also fit in an aggressive styled Hunter, also a premium 1-drop. 1 mana 1/3 stats are pretty good. Really nice card all in all. I really like it. Next up we have Phase Stalker. It is a 2 mana 2/3. After you use your hero power, cast a secret from your deck. Now there's only one deck that I can see this card in, and that's the Highlander Hunter, because that deck wants to get rid of its secrets as fast as possible, and this card allows it very quickly and very efficiently. Other than that, I don't think that the secret Hunter will exist in the future meta, and I can only see this card in the Highlander Hunter. Get rid of the crappy secrets in your deck card.
I'm ready.
Next up we have Mage cards, and Mage is getting some juicy cards in the newest set as well. We are starting with Elemental Allies. It is a new Mage side quest that requires you to play an elemental 2 turns in a row, and the reward is that you draw 3 spells from your deck. That's insane! But seriously, this card is really strong. It can easily fit in the tempo styled Mage. You can play, for example, Mana Cyclone, and on the next turn you can play the new elemental card that you'll see in a moment. Really strong card. I definitely see it in the some kind of tempo-oriented mage deck. Really strong. Speaking of good elementals, we have Violet Spellwing. It's a 1 mana 1/1 which has a death rattle that adds an arcane missile spell to your hand. This card is insane. This can go into the Reno mage. It will definitely go in the tempo-oriented mage deck. I mean, 1 mana 1/1 that gives you a free spell. A spell that's really good in the early game is just insane. One of the stronger mage cards in this set. Next up on the list is another giant. Yes, we are getting a new giant, Mana Giant. It costs 1 less for each card you've played this game that didn't start in your deck. So a pretty hard requirement for you to fulfill to play this card for like 3 or 4 mana. But even if you play this card for 6 or 7 mana, it's still a 6 or 7 mana 8/8. That's really good. This card goes really well with the Violet Spellwing or with the Mana Cyclone. Really cool giant, and I think it will be also pretty strong. Next up we have a new mage removal card. It is Rolling Fireball. It deals 8 damage to a minion, and any excess damage continues to the left or right. So for example, if you destroy a 6 health minion, it will deal 2 damage to a minion that's either left or right of the destroyed minion. So pretty nice removal card. It's not a meteor, but it is power creeped Flame Lance from the Grand Tournament expansion. Really nice removal card, really nice flavor of the card. It will definitely see play in some kind of the future mage decks. Speaking of power creep, we have Dragon Caster. It is a 6 mana 4/4 which has a battle cry. If you're holding a dragon, your next spell this turn costs 0. Remember Ink Master Solia from the Ministries of Gadgetzan? This is her now. I don't have to tell you that this card is bonkers. You can cast a free Pyroblast, or even better, you can cast free Puzzle Box of Yogg-Saron, or a free Flame Strike. Enough said about this card. Let's move on. Arcane Breath. Deal 2 damage to a minion. If you're holding a dragon, discover a spell. Really nice removal card for the mage, which has a huge benefit if you're holding a dragon. All in all, pretty solid mage removal spell. I really don't know what to say about this card. It's just good. Next up we have Chenvala. It is a 3 mana 2/5 mage elemental. After you cast 3 spells in a turn, you summon a 5/5 elemental. So obviously a direct connection with the Dragon Soul weapon from the Kobolds and Catacombs with a 2/5 body on it. I think this card would be good in the tempo style mage decks, but I think it's a little fringe. You would have to play this on like turn 5 or 6 with a Sorcerer's Apprentice and play like Arcane Missiles or Magic Trick and get another cheap spell and another cheap spell. The requirement of getting a 5/5 elemental is, I think, a little bit too steep to complete, and I personally don't think that it's worth to play this card to get a 1/5/5 elemental and spend like 3 or 4 cards for it, because this minion will definitely get destroyed the turn after it's played. It has the potential of being played, but yeah, I personally don't think so. The card that will definitely see play is the new Malygos. Malygos, Aspect of Magic. If you're holding a dragon, discover an upgraded mage spell. So these are the upgraded cards that you can get with Malygos, and I don't have to tell you that they are all insane. You can get an insane Fireball to finish off your opponent. You can get an insane Flame Strike that clears off your opponent's board. You can get more card generation. You can get card draw. You can also get single target removal. This card is insane, and it will definitely see play. Next up we have perhaps one of the cutest cards of the set. We have Azure Explorer. It has spell damage +2 and a battle cry, discover a dragon. Will definitely see play in the dragon-oriented mage deck. Discover a Dragon Battlecry is just insane, and the spell damage +2 is just a bonus on top of it. Really nice little dragon to add into your deck. And the final card for the mage is the second side quest. It is Learn Draconic. You will need to spend 8 mana on spells and you will get a free 6/6 dragon. I feel like this side quest will be an auto include in the tempo. And 8 mana on spells is just a really easy requirement to fulfill to get a free 6/6 body on the board. Really nice card for the tempo mage. I don't think it will be played in the control styled mage decks. They will already have enough value with all of the crazy dragons that we will get, but a nice tempo mage card. That's it for this video. Stay tuned for the second part of the review, where we'll be looking at the Paladin, Priest and Rogue cards.